This tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to reset the pivot bounding box. They're two different things. Sometimes you may only need to fix one or the other. If you're going to fix both, you need to fix the pivot first and then the bounding box. I think by default J is the how you can see the bounding box. So you'll see this bracket here. It'll stand out more in a second once I make the bounding box incorrect here. So first thing I'll do is I'll just align this box to world. I'm going to convert this to editable poly. Also, this tutorial really only works if you have one good flat surface, and then you'll be able to fix the pivot based on that surface, not necessarily the other surfaces, which wouldn't matter then anyways. But if you're going to fix something for maybe that has two surfaces and you really want the pivot aligned, especially for this box back exactly the way it is, then this is the best way to show you here, so we can get both fixed at once. So basically, let's just say we have this object at something not aligned to world, basically, and if I reset the X form now, well, technically I could just move the pivot off of this, and then we could fix that. That'd be one. Whenever you reset the X form, and there's different ways to do it, so you can look online how to do that. And that's not going to be part of this tutorial, but there are shortcut hotkeys you could make, or a button. I have a button here, so if I click that, it basically aligns the bounding box to the world and the pivot at the same time. So in a sense, that breaks both. So to fix the bounding box, we need to fix the pivot first, and this tutorial could help you in case you just need to fix one. So technically you could still have the pivot off and the bounding box is fine. So Jay will show you that, and now you can see how much it really stands out. The bounding box will always be the outer perimeter, but because it's lined to the world here, you have all this voided area, so the games and sims will think that this area is filled. So minimizing the bounding box is always best, but it's not totally crucial here. Okay, so let's get started. For now, I'm gonna turn off the J for showing the bounding box, and what we need to do is we need to borrow two of these surfaces and create two new boxes, so that we have information from those boxes for the new to fix the pivot on this box here. So basically go to box creation, but this time turn on auto grid, and as you hold down you will see, we'll just choose here, I'll just do it over here, we'll use this surface here, and as I'm doing this we'll pick two surfaces. You can see over on the left view here, viewport, you can see a grid, and it basically is placing these boxes right on this surface. So we'll turn that off. Okay, so now we're going to align the pivot to these two boxes to get the new angle here. So select the box, go over to hierarchy, turn on effect pivot only, then we'll hit the default align button and click on one of the new boxes here. Make sure that you have XY, the line positions off. So pivot point, this won't matter in here because these are off, but normally I'm always using pivot rather than center, so that way we're always borrowing the same location. For orientation, on the local, you want X, Y, and Z on for the first one, and then we'll use the second one and we'll reset only one of them to fix the other direction. So go ahead and align that. If I come over here, you can see that the one that's off now is this blue, because these two arrows are not this direction and this direction, so the other direction's fixed, this blue here. So basically that's the Z, which you can see right there, it says Z. So let's hit the align tool again, hit the other box, but this time just leave the Z selected, hit OK. And now when I rotate this, you can see it's aligned perfectly this way and this way, and then the green is perfectly aligned with that one. So that fixes our pivot. So let's delete these two boxes, and now we need to fix the bounding box. So I'm going to turn this back on, J here. So what I like to do is, first of all, we need to make a copy. So hold the shift key down and drag, place this on copy. We want to fix it here, so that way at the last step we can actually put it back in its original location, so in case this was somewhere specific on your model, we won't lose that information of where that was. So this time we do need to create a new box with no auto grid because we're just aligning it to the worlds, and this will be information, so we can take this and get it aligned to the world. So since the pivot here is aligned to itself in local, we just basically need to align this to the new box. And again, you don't need position, so just X, Y, and Z. And now it's perfectly aligned to world, but obviously we want to fix that bounding box. So now we can reset the X-form again because our box, or at least one surface that you're fixing, or two surfaces in this case, are aligned to the world. So resetting both, again, like in the beginning, reset both, but this time it reset it in a good way. So now the last step, we'll go ahead and delete that. We don't need that, is to align to the original box, of course, but this time we will include position and then, of course, important pivots. What I like to do is freeze it once I do that, so then I don't get confused on which is which, and then I hit delete, unfreeze, and there's our new box, and you can see the bounding box is fixed. Go back to the local pivots, and we didn't lose our position, and our new pivot orientation is fixed as well. So anyways, that concludes this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, smash that like button, and we will see you next time. Bye.